Sports fans, grab your seeds, grab your gum, grab your bat, and grab your glove. Because guess what? It is time for the Dirt Turf Podcast. I'm Cobra. And I am joined by Tylor and Kat. Say hello, everyone.
Hey,
Hey guys.
It's great to hear
It's
from you guys
Friday.
once again. It is. It's Friday. It's the Dirt and Turf Podcast. And I am absolutely excited because interesting news. Since they did crown a new pope, by the way, rest in peace, Pope
It's
it was
actually elected. He's not
yeah,
crowned. He's elected.
right,
It's a
right,
cross.
but
It's a cross, not a crown.
yes, because the one true king, because the one king is apparently,
Christ.
but yeah, anywho. But Pope Francis recently passed. Hello, Pope Leo. From Chi-Town, from Chicago. Interestingly enough, or pretty close to it, I should say. And obviously the Pope is a Chicago White Sox fan. And speaking of the Chicago White Sox, they just dropped new Chicago Bulls inspired City Connect.
Yes. I actually
that
love them.
To be fair, it's actually kind of nice to see the White Sox use a different color than black, white, and gray. I'm not gonna lie about that. And to use the Chicago Bulls red, to use that whole basis for their jersey is chef's kiss.
I thought they were genius.
They do look really nice. It's actually one of my favorite City Connectors so far.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like most of the City Connect jerseys are trying to be, I don't know, from the 80s, like with the color schemes. I'm like, are we neon lights or are we a jersey for a baseball team?
You're talking about the Marlins. You're talking about the Marlins. Don't
and the Astros.
Miami.
And San Diego and hang on, there was another one.
Boston,
I was scrolling. Colorado is like purple and they look like bowling shirts. Colorado's look like bowling shirts.
I was gonna add, I don't like the new City Connect of Miami's. I like the older one. The first one they debuted. The new one just kind of looks really. We're getting tired of the Miami Vice concept nowadays.
Yeah.
And look, when it's brought out like once in a while, it's fine. But when you do it every year, it's a trend. And yeah, I get sick and tired of it.
Also, are Baltimore's really just black?
Let me look.
Mm.
Baltimore Orioles City Connect.
The Mets one looks kind of cool.
Yeah. It's just black. It says black straight, and it says straight Baltimore.
See, that's just why.
Like Cat. I'm gonna send this directly to you. This would be a better City Connect shirt, and Billy has arrived.
Billy,
how you doing, man? Uh-oh.
That good, huh? Hey, it's Friday. You're supposed to be awake by now.
Shut up, woman.
You can't make me.
Hey, children.
What? I'm sorry. I was so damn tired. I was listening to fucking Sleep Token. the entire time. But what up?
Lemmy is God. May Aaron Rodgers be a Viking.
Yeah, and let me sound and let me sort of sounds like Harry Kane, or at
Yeah.
least some version.
And we've gone off the rails. Let's get back on track.
We gone off the. You could say we gone off the rails on a crazy train, but on.
We've been there, done that.
Definitely off the rails. So Billy, have you obviously with you being one of the high-ranking members of the Newt City Discord server, you have seen the Chicago Bulls inspired City Connect by Chicago White Sox, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, well, then again, the Bulls owner is the White Sox owner, so that's a tie-in.
Yeah, kind
Sort
of
of.
an overdue one. Kind of an overdue one, if I can say something about that. And it's definitely an upgrade over the South Side City Connect they had. Ugh, that's cringe.
Yeah. It would be good if the White Sox were at least decent, but this is the White Sox, so basically nothing is
Although
safe.
amazingly, they're not the worst team this year, and they have 10 wins on the season. But we'll get to that.
Just imagine the White Sox breaking the losing record, and this season somebody else breaks it. That would be funny.
High Buck says the
Colorado,
Rockies are going to do it.
Colorado might. Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah, because Colorado has been smoking that dang Kush.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh my gosh.
But not too much.
Not too much. Not too much. Just a puff pass, if you will. We're getting a little off track again.
Same thing for cigars, but let's get on with it.
Get on with it. So let's get on to interesting things. Kat, since you were here and our resident Orioles fan, what the hell is going on with those?
So I've said for a while now, I think, and I've said this for 2 weeks now, I think we need new pitching coaches. Not necessarily a whole shit ton of new pitchers, because we've got talented pitchers in the minor leagues right now. We have very talented pitchers. We just can't seem to develop them. Like, they can develop them in the minors, but once they're called up, they just kind of get stagnant, and it's like our coaches don't know how to help them develop as major league players. So, really, I think we need to swap out our coaches.
Interesting.
Can't really do anything about can't do anything with the talent when the coaching's terrible. That is 100% true.
That or some of like the prospects were need a little more incubation into the system.
Exactly.
Well, but at some point, you have to just like get the guys on the field, and once these guys are on the field, it's like pitching staff, the coaches don't know what to do with them.
Well, to be fair, Kat, there is so many roster spots you can hand out, and it's not.
But also, like, even if we signed some ace, like certain people want us to, they would be an ace until, I hate to say it, until they couldn't be an ace. And then our pitching staff would be like running around going, we don't know how to fix this, because they don't know how to help a player once they're in the majors. That's just, I mean, that's been Baltimore's MO for, gosh, since early 2000s. After Mike Mussina left, it was like they decided pitchers weren't really worth the trouble.
Sound the fuck. Sorry to interrupt you there, Kat. But sound the fucking alarm. Tennessee beats Vanderbilt. We might not get swept.
Might not. Might not.
Yes, Vanderbilt, the inbred Vandy fucks that they are.
Hey, Vanderbilt has shocked quite a few people this year.
Yeah, but they're also Tennessee's major rival because ask Billy about that.
I wouldn't call them major rivals. I would call them in-state rivals.
Oh yeah, the in-state rivals are the worst. The in-state rivals are literally the worst rivals ever.
Yeah,
because you're vying. You're not only vying for like, the game. It's like if you win, more kids from the local high school are going to want to apply to your college and not the other one.
Yeah.
I went to Virginia Tech. We had a whole bunch of townies, so.
No.
But really and truly, I don't think our team as a whole really wants to put a whole lot of faith in our pitchers because of what happened with Mike Mussina. Like I was actually looking at. Hang on, let me see if I still have the tab open on my phone. Orioles pitching timeline. Yes, the Orioles' current pitching staff is experiencing a mix of injuries, depth issues, and new additions. We have these veterans who are supposedly these great pitchers. Yet again, our coaches can't seem to get the best out of them. Our coaches can't seem to help them recover from injury. They can't seem to help them find a new pitch. They can't seem to help them develop a pitch on the level of Major League Baseball. And I really and truly think that is our major problem. And not that nobody in the Orioles organization is ever going to hear me say that. But I really do think that we need new pitching coaches.
Hit the nail on the head. I mean, to quote my dad. He not quote, but my dad would always tell me story whenever he was on the road to Wilmington Blue Rocks. He would always say that it frustrated him sometimes to see these kids when they were down in the minors to take it to see them take one step forward but two steps back.
Yes.
That was the worst thing about it. Is it wasn't that they didn't have the talent, it's just that they got in their own way. Whether it be the organization, whether it be whatever, and sometimes in the case of not even pitching, but in like players' case, Nick Van Stratton chasing too many girls. But,
right.
Or Ronald Acuna getting injured at the worst possible time.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's not
I feel like injuries though in pitchers these days is just something that everybody has to plan for. Like it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I don't think enough teams are planning for that when.
Yep. Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is, you never know when that when is. it's
Mhm.
the unfortunate route we as athletes, we don't know when our time is up. You
Right.
know, Tylor, he's currently in JUCO ball, and me, of course, never knew when I was going to get injured when I played high school wrestling. But the point
Right.
still stands. Um, and in more personal baseball news, last week, and I should have made this announcement last week, but I'm making it now because my dad is currently driving around the gear of the Savannah Bananas.
Ooh. I love
So,
Savannah Bananas.
yep,
I
the Savannah
I
Banana.
really
Mm.
I really
Uh,
want to make I want to make like a banana ball team that's basically like more traditional baseball. I just have like hatred towards the Savannah Bananas, more as like a gimmick, like a rival.
so basically, be like a basically you want to
What?
add a team that is you want to add at least a couple independent teams that basically act as a major rival to the Bananas. Like say, oh, here's the Tennessee Buzzkills or something
Vampires?
like that.
Nope,
Buzzkills,
Well,
vampires,
nope,
they
nope.
have
Gauzy.
Not
like
tennis.
they
Not
have
ten.
like
Not
6 teams in the Banana Ball League.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's all more or less like gimmicks. I'm not gimmicks. It's like FTR are
Oh,
like
I don't
no.
think they're gimmicks. I don't think they're gimmicks. I think they're just trying to bring a little bit of, levity to a very serious sport that a lot of people have said is not entertaining enough. I think they're actually bringing in a bunch of people who maybe gave up on baseball, especially with the pitching clock nonsense and the umpires being crap. I mean, look at Angel Hernandez. Like he was finally forced into retirement. But
I mean,
I think the
I mean,
Bananas are playing real baseball. They're just adding some flair to it.
here's the thing. Like the pitching clock is not a bad idea. It's just like up the seconds up of like 45, like 30 seconds with no runners on bases. 45 seconds if the runner's on base. That's how I would do it personally.
That is a little too. I would do something similar to that, Billy. Um, However, I instead of making it 45 seconds like you would, I mean, right now the pitch clock
40
is 10 seconds.
No, 45 seconds if there's a runner on base. That's what I said. I said
I
30
w-
seconds if no runners on base.
I
And the same thing. Go ahead.
as I was like I said, the pitch clock right now is 10 seconds. You proposed 45 seconds, and I think that's just a little too long for runners on base. 30 seconds if no runners on base. Personally,
He's-
I think that if they do modify the pitch clock to give pitchers a little bit more time to rest, basically runners on base, I'd have it at 24 seconds.
Well, what was the average time between pitches before the pitch clock?
About 15 to 20 seconds. Depends.
15, 20 seconds. Yeah. And again, 15 seconds would be no runners on base, but runners on base 25 seconds, 24 seconds.
See,
Okay.
to me
And
that's not
yeah,
that's not that
and
long. Like the whole reason for the pitch clock was they wanted to speed up the game. Well, why? That would be my question. Like this is not a little league game, you know. Um
They did that because of COVID. That's why they introduced the pitch clock, because of COVID.
well, if you want to keep like the speeding the game up, you could keep like the doubleheader rules where it ends like in the seventh inning, but that's a rule in the minors,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
Well,
that's
now
fine.
You're saying the pitch clock was COVID, but this happened in 2023.
2023, yeah.
2018,
Cobra.
they introduced it in the minors.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I really think this is just a stupid
killing
idea
pitchers'
that
arms.
needs to be gotten away with.
Well, to be fair, I think another stupid idea that needs to be gotten away with is the high ticket prices, but that ain't going anywhere, unfortunately.
High ticket prices and famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani signing
That's
half
right.
of Japan
right.
to the Dodgers.
That is
Gee
right.
whiz.
Famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani. That never gets old. That never gets old. We're putting that up. We're gonna put that on a shirt when we can, when we get big enough.
Just famous. Insert line.
That should be just a quote. It's just famous. I can't.
I'll discuss it when we get to end the podcast. What I would do. All right, let's get to the standings. Let's get to the standings. Let's get her up.
If you want
wait for the new.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Here's a terrible joke. If you want to feel like you're depressed, hasn't done some heroin, just look at the AL West.
Hey, yo, no.
Oh my lord.
No.
Oh no. All right.
I mean, I could have
So-
made it worse.
You could have.
But let's not.
So, if everyone has the standings in front of them,
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Tylor, since you were here first, you get the East. You get the AL East.
All right. No shocker here. The Yankees are in first place in the East at 21-16 with a .568 win percentage.
I mean, gosh,
Five
if
and
every team had the Yankees budget and ticket prices, we'd probably all be 21-16.
No, wait till you see the Central. But anyway, continuing, the Red Sox are right on their heels, 20-19, 513 win percentage. They're 2 games back, but they're also 500 in their last 10. So you got the Blue Jays at 17-20, 459 win percentage, and they're 4 games back, and they're 4-6 in their last game, 10. The Blue Jays,
Toronto,
or not the Blue Jays,
Toronto
the Rays.
gets to say tariff this, you fucking orange bastard.
Anyway, so let's get off topic. Let's get on topic. And the Rays are 16-21 with a 432 win percentage, 5 games back, 3-7 in their last 10. So they're a little bit of a slump. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Ben. The Orioles are 13-23 with a 361 win percentage, 7.5 games back, 3-7 in their last 10.
Cat, you have the standings in front of you.
I do.
I'm having you do the Central.
Sweet. All right, so we've got Detroit with a win-loss of 26-13. Their percentage is a 667. Woo!
Best record in baseball.
That's awesome. I'm actually really excited for them. Cleveland's got a 22-15 with a 595 percentage. They're 3 whole games back. Kansas City's at 23-16 with a 590. Somehow, mathematically, they're also 3 games back. But
they're not
they've
in the
won
last
a
10.
whole lot more baseball than the Cleveland.
Yeah, they're 9 for their last 10.
That's crazy. That's like a crazy win streak. Then we have the Minnesota Twins that are 18-20 with a 474.
It's
They're
also
7.5
the future
games
home
back.
of Aaron Rodgers.
Anyway,
you keep that pipe dream going, Cobra. Okay. Then we
We
got
will
the
make it
Chicago White
happen.
Sox. Who are 10-28 with a win percentage of 263, and they are 15.5 games back. Ouch.
All right. And speaking of ouch, Billy, AL West.
The only reason I made that joke is because I was trying to think of. Never mind. But speaking of never,
you were trying to make us a grunge joke. That's what you're trying to do. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever.
Anyway, let's
never mind.
continue.
The reason that I said never mind is because Seattle, well, it's top of the West within Euro. At this point, Rob Manfred should block the move to Vegas and just rebrand the Athletics into the California Athletics, because apparently they're 3 games back from Seattle.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen because Rob Manfred is too much of a baseball hating pussy, just like half of the commissioners in the league.
Manfred is that.
I get it. It's a businessman, but at least have some dignity for the game.
He doesn't. He's Bud Selig's underling.
He doesn't.
Bud Selig's underling.
Then Alex the Astro might have a drinking problem because the Astros are under 500.
They're at 500 according to my look.
Yeah, they're 500 according to my thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought that said 19 losses. I was paying attention to the Braves.
Forgive him. He's tired. He had a long day at work. Forgive him.
No, I'm tired and sick.
Oof.
That'll do
combination.
Yep. Then we have the 2 death sentences, Texans and Angels.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in Anaheim?
California? Yeah.
Just the Anaheim Angels. Just call them what they really are.
All right.
And
You
now
got the NL East, Cobra?
the East. Lone Mets reign supreme once again. 24-14 with a 632 win percentage.
Who let a chipmunk in here?
No. I thought it was the whammy from Press Your Luck.
I thought it was Elvis and the Chipmunks for a second.
Then we have the Phillies, 22-15, 595 win percentage. They're game and a half back. The Atlanta Braves, somehow being in the middle, 18-19, 486 win percentage, 5.5 games back.
They just lost to the fucking Pirates, by the way.
Oh.
So all apologies. Hey, there's another grunge reference there.
That's enough with the Nirvana shit. Still a Super Bowl.
Fuck up.
Get the hell up, Yinzer.
Okay, Yinzer. You're going. Okay.
We fired that drag off in the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now we get to go to the Super Bowl finally. Take your 10,000 simulations and shove them up your ass, you jag off.
Nobody asked you,
Aaron
Yinzer.
Rodgers
Nobody asked you.
No, he's going to the Vikings.
We will trade him to the Vikings.
And
I'm gonna go get my daughter's hype fire and beat you with it.
Hey, yo.
Anywho, children. And the Miami Marlins.
Yinzer out during the podcast. Jays.
It's Billy's fault. He had to mention that the Braves lost to the Pirates, and it made the Yinzer get a little bit of blue chew in his system.
Who's doing the NL Central?
That's me.
That would be Tylor.
The NL Central. We've got the Chicago Cubs, which are actually the best team in Chicago.
And they're singing "No Cubs, no Cubs, show." Hey Chicago, what do you say?
Shut the hell up. Let me finish. 22-16 with a 579 win percentage. They're 500 their last 10. Cardinals are 500 or 19-19 at a 500, 3 games back, and they're 7-3 in their last 10. The Brewers as well are 19-19, 500, 3 games back, 6-4 in their last 10. The Reds are now that you said the Reds are 19-20, 487 win percentage, 3.5 games back. They're 3-7 in the last 10. And then the insert, don't make me get my. I will beat you with it if you step out of your cage.
I have my Pittsburgh Steelers football helmet. I have my terrible towel. I have my bottle of Jim Beam.
Hand me that.
I'm ready to go.
Hand me that high player. Hand me the high player.
No, I'm using it. Get over here.
Anyway, the Pirates.
Okay, sorry. I'm back.
All right.
We ready for the NL West?
12-26, 316, 10 games, 1-9. Okay, NL West, go.
NL West. We got the Dodgers at 25-13 with a
famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani.
You know what? I'm going to be able to say that name at some point without getting interrupted. With a 658 win percentage, and they've won the last 7 of their 10 baseball games.
Did you know that Shohei Ohtani's favorite band is Weezer? Now you know. Anyways, go ahead, Kat.
San Diego with a 23-13 win-loss with a 639 winning percentage, and they are 1 game back. Then we have the San Francisco Giants.
It stains.
Whoo! Goodness.
The only good Giants.
Did I mention it's been a long week? Thank goodness it is Friday. Anyway, they are at 24-14. They're at a 632. And they are also 1 game back. And then we have Arizona with a win. Sorry. With 20 wins and 18 losses with a 526 percentage. And our dear sweet Colorado Rockies at a 6-31 with a 162 win percentage.
Sorry, Joey. We love you though.
They are now
Commissioner Overstreet. We are so sorry, Commissioner Overstreet. We are sorry your team sucks.
Not me.
I get to go see the Mets. I get to go see the Mets beat them up in 3 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Well, you hope they do. You hope they beat them up.
Right.
But
guys, games of the weekend, which will be brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee. Ad read after games of the weekend. So, Kat, Tyler, Billy, pick. We're not going to do 2 games. Just do 1 since we got 4 people here. Kat, what are you focused on this weekend? What game?
I want to see how the Orioles do against the Angels.
Okay.
2 bottom feeders going at it. It's very interesting. Tyler.
I mean, it is.
I personally am going with a divisional matchup between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks.
Oh.
Nice. Billy, what have you got?
What do I got? Well, nothing pretty much interests me in the professional baseball realm, but something has piqued my interest in the college baseball realm.
Go ahead. This is a baseball podcast, not just MLB. Go ahead, Billy.
Number 7 Arkansas versus number 3 LSU.
All right. Yeah. Nice.
And also score update. The degenerates down in Gainesville are kicking the degenerates in Austin. Florida's up.
Okay.
Florida.
It's 8-1, by the way.
Florida versus Texas. Wow.
Yeah.
8-1 Texas over Florida.
Yep. 2 states that have banned pornography. It's
2 states that are going to suffer my wrath of the demons from Celzar.
Anyway, Cobra, what's your game of the week? Since we got to get on track.
Yeah, we do. You know what? Since I'm surprised Tyler didn't mention this, Yankees athletics. Athletics are surging, getting close to their division lead. Let's see how they do. It's time for them to step up. Let's see how they do. All right. Like I said earlier, this podcast was brought to you by the fine folks at Bulletproof Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows that a better you starts with the right fuel, whether it be that cup of coffee in the big time, whether it be a green supplement, whether it be MCT oil or any other vitamin supplement to get you going. Bulletproof Coffee has your hookup. That's not just math, that's Steiner math.
Can it help me get out of my depression?
It probably can. I mean, I wonder if they have ashwagandha.
That's easy enough to get.
Yeah. But they have krill oil. They have MCT oil. They have, of course, greens. They have CoQ10s, zinc. They have other supplements as well. And if you use our affiliate link in the bio, wherever you get your podcasts, don't forget to show channels of love. You can give Bulletproof Coffee and other supplements a try. They also have subscription boxes, and of course, first subscribers get 25% off their first box. Once again, use our affiliate link to do so. Anywho, that's it for the dirt. That is it for. Yep. See ya, Billy. That is it for the Dirt and Turf podcast. Of course, we want to mention our other podcasts as well. Biscuits and Penalties, our hockey podcast. The Lap Down, our racing podcast. And our wrestling podcast, the Social Slam podcast. And our 2 football podcasts coming up later this season, The Hard Count and Pass and Pigskin. And of course, we want to also say we are on Spotify, we're on TikTok, and we're on YouTube. We're definitely doing our best to get more content out for you, and hopefully we'll be able to get things moving. Please give us a like, a comment, a subscribe. Don't forget to show a chance of love by clicking our affiliates. I know times are tough, but hey, we do love churning out this content for you guys. But anyway, I'm Cobra, and on behalf of Tyler, Billy, and Kat, play ball.
Play ball.
Play ball indeed. We'll see you next time, sports fans. See ya.